What's up, guys? It is the 31st of July, and this is the first time I've stepped foot into any woods with the intention of scouting for deer. So, definitely behind the 8-ball on this, but, well, life happens sometimes, I guess. Either way, really looking forward to this season. Finally kicking it off. Ended up taking today, at least this morning, off from work so I could get out and do some scouting, put some cameras up. I've got a bunch of cell cameras in my pack that I'm ready to put up. They're all batteried up and synced, so hopefully we can find some good spots. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to where I found all those really big rubs last year. Kind of stayed out of there, only hunted in there once. I'm gonna put up some cameras in a couple of pretty good crossings. There's a couple spots where multiple drainages come together, and so I'm going to put a camera in one, if not both of those. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when I'm going to get back out here. I'm traveling for work the next 6 weeks, I think. Basically, right up until season, I'll be done kind of traveling for vacation or work, so it's going to be tough. But I'm hoping to get to where I killed that doe last year, way back, and pick up that camera. But yeah, we'll see. So just stay tuned. Welcome back to Vine Outdoors, deer hunting 2024. Let's get it. So it's super thick, kind of in behind me. I don't know if you can tell. And so I'm walking kind of the edge to see if I can find an easy way through. I found one last year. I have it marked on the map. I just don't know how close it is to like where it actually is, rather than, well, I guess we're pretty close. It looks similar. But yeah, it's like really thick and just a bunch of thorns. But on the other side of those thorns is a really good drainage that's basically surrounded by thorns. So I think if I can figure out a way to get in and out quietly, I think it'll be a good spot. It'd be a really good place to set up, but gotta get in and out of there first without blowing everything out of the woods. So we're gonna keep working down this edge, and if I don't find a good way through, then I'm going to come back up here to where I went through last year and just plow my way through again. Alright, so I've got the drainage kind of right behind me. It's only about 10-15 yards across the briars, the prickers, thorns, whatever you call them, where you're from, to get to the drainage. So I think this is going to be where I just plow through, and I'll make a couple trips through this before season starts, and maybe I can get it plowed down enough that I don't make a whole lot of racket getting through there. But yeah, I'll probably turn the camera around so you guys can see what it's like trying to get through this stuff. It's pretty insane. Gotta go where no one else is willing, and if I'm being honest, I don't even really want to go through it. Alright, we made it through, and now I think I see a really nice path. That's where we went through. Plowed it down with my feet, and that would have gone another, I don't know, 10 yards. There's a path through here. Alright, let's see if we can get into the drainage and find some spots for cameras. That's what we're here for today. Get some intel for the month of August. I think it's probably 5 weeks out from season, maybe 6. I have a 3-month-old at home, so I don't really know what time of the year it is, barely. I just know it's about time to start killing stuff, so. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, what I really like about kind of this drainage is I just got in here. We've got a pretty open forest about, I don't know where I came from, probably was logged, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. We've got a break where it was probably logged within the last 2 to 3 years. And we've got this creek drainage SMZ protected zone where they're not able to log because there's a pretty big, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, pretty big drainage that runs down here, and it gets a lot bigger and deeper in some areas, but it's wide, it's really thick, and there's a lot of oak trees in here, so I'm really hopeful that if we have a good oak crop, the deer will be hanging out in here. So yeah, there's some really good buck sign down in here. I'm going to put some cameras in a couple of key spots. There are only a few places where deer can cross. Maybe not up here because it's relatively shallow. Once you get down further, the drainage gets pretty wide and pretty deep. So, I mean, the deer could jump across it if they needed to, but I think for the most part what I see is trails crossing at certain points where it's shallow and narrow. So that may pinch them down a little bit, and we'll see. I mean, this is all a theory at this point. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, so that's why we're in here getting cameras out so we can try to identify patterns and see if we can't get on something. Alright, so we're getting to where the rub trees are kind of thickening up. There have been a couple of good ones, but there's one, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 within probably 20 yards of where I am right now, and I know there's at least 2 or 3 more back that way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk the direction of where the rub trees are, kind of on the either side of what I think is probably his trail. See if I can find a good tree where a mock scrape might work. Put up a mock scrape, put up a camera, and then keep on rolling. So we're where we want to be. It took me a long time to get down here. It's like a half mile. But unlike in the past where I've just kind of found an area and just thrown a camera up, I want to find a good spot for the camera where I know where I think there's a high likelihood that they'll frequent. Alright, so I think I found the spot. There's this tree right behind me with a couple of good branches that are a couple different heights, and it's big enough where multiple deer could really tear this area up, so I'm going to make a scrape there. What I really don't want to do is I don't want to set my backpack down, because I've set it on a bunch of different spots. It went with me to the Mobile Hunter Expo up north in Kalamazoo, so I want to hang it. So I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to use the Genesis 3D printing gear hanger with, I've got mine with paracord. Austin also has one with accessory cord, which works just as good, if not better. So I'm gonna probably so I've got the scrape's gonna be right behind me, and then I think I'm gonna put the camera on this tree looking down. It's the only one that's unobstructed. It's really thick back in here, which is I think good. But I'll probably hang my pack from that big tree over here, so I'm gonna go show you guys how easy this is, and quick. So, alright, catch you in a minute. Alright, so I've got my gear hanger and my pouch right here. I guess I can talk full volume. It's July still. Yeah, I've got my gear hanger here, and it packs up to like nothing. Unwind it. Now I was showing it off at the Mobile Hunter Expo in Kalamazoo, so it's probably going to be pretty small, so I'm going to have to extend it a good bit for this tree. It's a pretty good sized tree, but it should work just the same. Alright, so it comes open. So I've got, on this, I've got a bow hanger that opens up, and I've got 3 hooks. Simple enough, just extend it out with a roller cam. Around the tree. You can't really, yeah, you can see around the tree. Back together. Cinch it down. Boom. Cinched it down, and I mean it's as simple as that. Pull this off the tree. So just so you can see it again, it's loose. Just gotta cinch it down, Boom, there it goes. Bow hanger, 3 gear hangers. There's another one around back. And I'm ready to hang everything. So, I mean, I usually, before I get it all set up, I usually move my hooks to the other side, but I don't really care where they are today because I'm just going to hang it, probably for my bow hook. But yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Pack elevator, put a little hook. It's really heavy. Got like 14 trail cameras in there. There we go. All right. My pack is, I've got 5 trail cameras in there. So I mean, it's flexing pretty good, and they're the Moultrie edges, so they've got 16 batteries apiece. So I've got 80 batteries, 80 AA batteries, plus 5 trail cameras, plus my water bottle hanging on there, and it's flexing. It's going somewhere, but it's not going far. And I can probably tighten it down some more. Yeah, there we go. Works pretty good. Pretty happy with it. It's what I used all year last year. Never had any trouble. All right, let's see if we can get a scrape made and get a camera hung. All right, pretty simple. Scrape up the ground, sprayed some scent on the branch, and now it's time to hang a camera on. All right, so we've got the camera hung right behind me, pointing down. Did the old stick method because I keep forgetting that order more Genesis 3D printing cell camera mount or trail camera mounts. So Austin, if you see this, don't let me forget, but you will have way more bigger things to worry about. So I will try to remember to text you at some point soon and order some. But yeah, pretty pumped. I can see 3 really good rub trees from here. I know they were fresh last year. Got a mock scrape set up. We got another spot, at least one more spot. I know I want to hang a trail camera. Gotta go move another one because it's just not in a spot that I can see soon enough. When the deer go by, it takes too long for the, it's too far away from the trail. So I need to move that one closer to the trail so I can see the deer before they go behind another tree. And then probably just have to hoof it back to the truck. I've got a meeting at noon, and then work starts right after that, or I guess at that. All right, so we're at spot number 2, trail camera spot number 2. I was gonna put it kind of back behind me, or on the map it looks like there's a bit of a saddle, but it's just really thick in there, and there's just not a whole lot of deer sign. But if you look around me, I mean, it's pretty open in here, but there are deer tracks everywhere. It's really thick everywhere around, so I think they're probably using this as kind of like a safety corridor. So I'm going to put a camera, if you can, like, yeah, there we go, that tree right there, and kind of see what's moving through here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a buck or a does or what, but I'm curious. So I'm gonna set one up. I've got 4 more cameras, so definitely got enough, and I had planned to put like 3 up along this edge. One of them was going to go in this area, so not really losing anything by putting one up. Might be gaining some stuff, so we'll see. If nothing else, we'll know there's no deer here, and we'll move on. All right, I'm going to throw this up really quick, and we are quickly running out of time, so I'm going to put this camera up and then kind of make a decision. I may just try to cut back and go back to the truck and skip the next camera. I was going to move. We'll see how long it takes me to get this one up. So, all right, talk to you guys in a bit. All right, got that camera up. Found a little Hunter Friends camera overlooking what might be a pretty good runway. I'm not sure. I think it ties into where I just put my camera, so hopefully that's a good sign. I wouldn't probably have put it there, but I haven't killed a buck in North Carolina yet, so I'm not even sure that I should listen to me. But learning is half the fun, and that's why I have this channel. So you guys can see that it's not all fun and games. There's a lot of work, a lot of failure, a lot of what the heck did just happened that goes into all this. It took me 2 years to kill a deer. Killed a doe 2 years in a row, and then now this year hopefully will be my buck year. It'll be my 5th year. Yeah, my 5th full season hunting in North Carolina, so we'll see. My 3rd year really hunting mobile, so really getting mobile is what put me into deer. The first year I killed, yeah, down here I was super mobile and I was walking a ton. I started scouting in like March. I was hunting a different piece than this. It's close to where I used to live. Now it's further away. It's about an hour from here. But I don't know, if I don't have luck here early season, or if these cameras don't really pick up anything, I may end up headed back there, because there were some really big bucks. It was just a real pain to get around. We'll see. Sometimes you just gotta go where they are and suck it up. So, all right, I think it's almost 11 o'clock. I really need to get back to my truck, so I think I'm just gonna hightail it back to my truck. Stay tuned. I'll probably do a recap of what I've got on that other camera. And this is just the first of many. So hopefully we'll be able to start getting out regularly now. I may end up taking more days off of work to do this, but hunting season's fast approaching. If these cameras pan out like I hope they will, I probably won't need to, but we'll see. Time will tell. All right, catch y'all later. All right, that'll do it for this scouting mission. Ran out of time to go get that other camera, so I'll probably have to go Friday. Still try to make it part of this video so you guys can follow along with everything I've got going on. All the failures, all the confusion, all the fun. I've got 3 more cameras in my backpack, and should be getting some more soon, so we'll see what we can do. I've got a couple of private spots. I may put up some cameras just because I've got them, and there may be some good deer on those private spots. I know at least one of them. I had a couple of really good encounters with deer 2 years ago, and then last year I didn't hunt there because due to chronic wasting disease regulations in North Carolina, I would have had to completely debone the deer prior to bringing it home, and well, just didn't really want to do that. So we'll see if these cameras don't pan out that I just put out, and then the ones I'm going to put out later out here, we may just suck it up and cut them up. I know, time will tell. Still got a long season to go. I'm going to be hunting Michigan again. I don't know which week. I've got a big work event the week of the November 15th. Haven't kind of broached that topic with my team yet to see if they're good with me taking it off. I'd like to do that. That's just family tradition for everyone. But I don't know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So if I can't do that, I'll probably do the week before that opening week, which will be like November, I don't know, probably the 1st through the 8th, which honestly in Michigan I think is the best hunting anyways. Once you get to that towards the 15th, they're either, the bucks that I encounter are either locked down, or really most of the ones we encounter have been locked down. There's been some chasing, some of the younger bucks, but usually by the 15th they're locked down. So the closer you get to opening day, the more difficult it is to find them. In the future, I'd maybe like to do a 2-week trip. Maybe when Levi, my son, is old enough to go with me, he and I can go up for 2 weeks, do a week of bow hunting and a week of gun hunting, fill a bunch of tags, kill a bunch of does, donate them, build a bunch of memories. So that's what we're working towards. That's why we work so hard. That's why I'm rushing back to my truck to get home for a meeting. Gotta think to the future, but still gotta enjoy the present. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. This is it's kind of weird to think that there are 130, I think right last I checked, there are 133 people that were interested in watching me fail epically at deer hunting. But I guess people like to see that not everyone goes out and kills a giant buck the first time. Some of us are not quite as lucky. I'm gonna put it that way. But hey, this is part of the fun. I love scouting. I love spending time in the woods. I love challenges and trying to figure them out. I'm an engineer by trade, or by training, I guess. Work in marketing now, but I love solving problems. So just haven't been good enough at solving the big buck problem just yet, but I think we're getting there. May have a big hunt in December with a buddy of mine who's an absolute big buck killer. I don't think I'll hunt with him. I will probably just chase him around with a camera and try to learn as much as possible, because I need it, and I'll probably learn more in that week of hunting with him than I would. All right, that'll do it for this scouting mission. Did not get over to pick up that other camera. Ran out of time. I've got a 30-minute drive home. It's 11:23, and I've got a meeting at noon, so it's gonna be tight. But I'd call this one a success anyways. Got a couple of cameras in some really good spots. I think I'll at least catch deer on them, hopefully find the big buck that I'm looking for. If I don't, I've got plenty more cameras and a couple other spots that I can go look. I'm gonna go pull that camera probably Friday, and I may put a cell camera in its place. It's really easy to get to, so I can put one there, and if I go home and find that I didn't get anything on that camera that's been soaking for a year, I'll just go grab it. I mean, it's like 300 yards off the road. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then I've got a couple private spots that have consistently had some pretty good sized deer on them, and then a public spot that I hunted 2 years ago that I saw some absolute monsters. But otherwise, I've got plenty of spots out here to chase big bucks. Be watching the trail cameras and trying to get a pattern down. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. It's still crazy to me that there are like 130 or more people that are interested in watching me fail at hunting, but hopefully sooner than later I will be successful. Until then, we'll keep on keeping on and get after it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.